Hi, and welcome into another Couch Chat with CSE. Today we're here with Bob, our fraud specialist, and there's a lot of fraud and scams going on around everywhere right now. It just continues to get worse and worse every day. So can you tell us a little bit about what you're seeing? There's a new one you're seeing out there that is kind of a twist on an old one, basically calling it an antivirus scam. So can you explain what's going on with the antivirus scam?
Sure. So I receive calls often of members that say they're on their laptop or their desktop computer, and they'll get a pop-up. Usually it's like maybe in the little right-hand bottom corner of the screen, and it'll be for like a warning that their antivirus is expiring or about to expire, and they need to click the link to update or get the antivirus, or something's going to happen to their computer. When they click the link, you're already in trouble, because it gives the scammers access to your computer, and things are being downloaded to the computer. They give them access. So the number one thing to avoid the whole thing and shut it down before it even starts, when things pop up like that, close them, ignore them, don't do anything. Take your computer to a professional, because maybe your antivirus software is expired and you need to get something to stop the pop-ups from happening. You don't want to try and tackle this problem yourself by clicking this link. With this particular one and others, there was a phone number for our member to call, so they call his phone number, and of course it's the scammers. And then this is where the problems compound. In this particular case, they went through the whole, your your antivirus software is expiring. They sound professional. You know, they seem like they know what they're talking about. They walk you through some stuff, but while they're doing all this, they have control of your computer. So in the background, they're going through your stuff to see what's going on. If you make it this far into the situation, the number one thing you want to do is disconnect your computer from the internet. Now, in the old school way, you would unplug it from the internet, the phone cord, but most people now have wireless. So you're gonna have to go into the settings and shut off the wireless connection to the internet. That completely shuts the scammers down from getting onto your computer. But that doesn't shut them down if they saw other important information. So you're going to have to contact your financial institutions. You're going to have to figure out what was saved onto your computer that they may have saw, and you're going to have to, unfortunately, take your computer to a professional to have the virus removed that they use to see your stuff. But the huge red flag is, if it's a pop-up that comes up, don't click on any pop-ups. Never click on a pop-up, never do anything. If it tells you to call the number on the pop-up, unfortunately, these guys are making it rough for us to function in normal life, because, how do you know nowadays something's a scam, something's not a scam?
Sure.
The best thing to do is, and I don't want to pick any one antivirus thing over another, but Norton. If that's what pops up, they may make it look like Norton antivirus. They may use their symbols, they may use their logos, whatever. If that's what pops up and that's what's on your computer, go to Norton's official website, not an ad website, nothing else. Scroll down to see the official website, go on there and use that customer support number that's on their website, and call them and explain to them what happened and see if it's them. That's the best way to, if you think it's a real pop-up, get the real number. Sure. Don't shortcut it, and don't do any of that stuff. Another thing is, Norton is not gonna, if they want to pay something, they're gonna ask you to input your credit card into their system. They may ask you for your credit card, but scammers, if they say I want $500 to release your computer, obviously you're dealing with a scammer. But make sure when you pay for something, It's like a legitimate secured site. Don't just arbitrarily just pay for things.
And Norton's not going to ask you to pay in gift cards
Right.
or cryptocurrency
No,
and things like that,
nothing
or
like
any
that.
of these antivirus.
I mean, you gotta look at it this way. If you were to go to any big box store and you were to buy something or return something, you give the item to the register, they scan it, you scan your card, you leave. When they start asking on these calls for all these other steps, just use your common sense. Well, wait a minute, I could just go to the store, pick a box up, swipe my card and leave. Why am I going through all these other steps? But the most important thing I can tell you is, if this happens to you, don't be embarrassed. Don't say, I can't believe they got me. They get a lot of people. They're professionals at what they do. They're scammers. That's what they do for a living. Call somebody that knows what they're doing. You can call me at CSE. I can walk you through it. We can lock your account. We could go through everything, and we can help you get your problem rectified.
Perfect. I think I got no other questions. I think you covered it pretty much all right there. So I guess one other thing that you've mentioned in the past that I don't know if you covered here is make sure you pay attention if you do get a pop-up and let's say it's Norton, but you use McAfee. Pay attention to the pop-up, where it's coming from, what you've already got, things like that. So
Yes.
Bob, thank you for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you.